Hey guys, welcome to the video, Salt here. Today I'll be going over the brand new primary weapon, the Purgator 1. To acquire this weapon, you will need to purchase it from Minerva in the Hulvania Mall for a combined total of 30k hex rep. This weapon has a unique trait in that enemies killed by direct hits explode into lingering gas clouds. Additionally, this weapon has a 1.1 meter innate punch through and produces forced impact procs on direct hits, making it a good candidate to mix with the mod Internal Bleeding. Now, our main build will not be using Internal Bleeding, but there is an alternative way to fit it that we'll go over at the end. Okay, let's go over the mods now. Galvanized Chamber for multi-shot, Galvanized Scope for critical chance, Semi-Rifle Cannonade for flat damage and punch through, Rifle Elementalist for increased status damage and punch through, Critical Delay for critical chance, Vital Sense for critical damage, and in the last two slots here, we have our two element mods to make Blast. We have Thermite Rounds, which is the 60/60 heat mod, and we have Primed Cryo Rounds, which is the 165 cold mod. Now, typically with Blast, you would want to use both 60/60 mods to increase the status chance. However, our Arcane we're going to be using will actually be giving us a large amount of status chance, meaning we can actually bank on more elemental damage on the weapon by using the Primed Cryo mod. In the Exilis slot, I have chosen to go with Vigilante Supplies, which will convert 1 out of 20 shots into a higher crit tier. Now, this weapon has average multi-shot and a slow fire rate, which means that the DPS increase from Vigilante Supplies is very minor. And so if you like another Exilis mod, or if you want to test around with some other Exilis mods, feel free. Because we get our flat damage source from Semi-Rifle Cannonade, it frees up our Arcane slot to pick some more interesting options. An Arcane that combos spectacularly with the Purgator 1 is Primary Crux. This will give us ammo efficiency and increased status chance on weak point hits, stacking 10 times, both of which are very needed for this weapon. Going back to the mod Internal Bleeding, which is a great combo with this weapon, if we want to try to fit this, we'll need to take place of one of the crit chance mods. It's going to be either Galvanized Scope or Critical Delay. Now, Critical Delay is a 200% crit chance increase, whereas Galvanized Scope is a potential 320% increase, meaning Critical Delay would be the better choice to remove for Internal Bleeding. However, consider that Galvanized Scope requires you to be aiming in when you're shooting, which some people find annoying. And so you can decide which of these two to remove if you want to add Internal Bleeding. Reducing your crit chance for Internal Bleeding will likely only be better in very late Steel Path, where enemies can live long enough to sustain multiple ticks of a dot before dying. So, meaning enemies are multiple thousands of levels high. This is how you build out the new primary weapon, the Purgator 1. I hope you guys liked this, and if you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing for future content. And so I'll leave you with about 5 minutes of gameplay showcasing this weapon. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. All right, bye.